Okay, hello everyone, it's Mr. Alberonen here again, and today we're going to be going over Shinobu Kocho's trailer. Another Hashira, so fingers crossed for Rengoku, guys. But anyways, just like everyone else, obviously she looks amazing, and if you haven't seen one of my breakdown videos before, I'm just going to go over the trailer normally once, just so we can watch it together, and then I'll break over everything individually. So, there's quite a few interesting things in this trailer that make her seem quite unique. There's her full attack string, an interesting looking anti-air, some more attacks that get countered, one of her specials, I think that's her grab, some more anti-air stuff and air combos, which is something we haven't seen too much before, and then straight into her ultimate. So on first watch, it doesn't really seem like there's too much in the trailer, but upon closer inspection, she has quite a few interesting things that we haven't really seen before. She has two moves, it seems like, that can act as really good anti-airs, and a very interesting looking homing dash. So, instead of just talking about it, let's go over it and see, recheck what we saw. So the first thing that we saw was just an interesting way to start. We just see them do a, attack clash, just to show you how they work in this game. It basically just, if you attack at the same time, you both just get pushed back. But now, let's get into the really interesting stuff. So her homing dash, I am presuming this is her homing dash from what we see later on as well. But instead of going in a straight line and having armor like other characters we've seen, she seems to do this zigzag stepping dash and doesn't have armor, but it seems like, I'm gonna assume when she goes invisible, with that mirage effect, that she's actually invincible and invulnerable for those brief moments when she's invisible. So it's like she goes in and out of being completely invincible instead of having armor, which is kind of interesting. So maybe it's better for dodging moves instead of armoring through them, and especially with the sidestepping attack, it seems very interesting. Because that means if the opponent doesn't attack and they do it at the wrong time, you'll just go straight through it, not even just armor through it. It just won't even affect you because she's completely invincible if it acts in the way that I presume it does. Because you can see she doesn't have armor. So yeah, very interesting homing dash. Next we see, her regular attack string, and they actually show us the full thing. We see the down version of her attack string. I'll just say it again. Down version of your string leads to big damage, and the up version leads to combos, but they don't seem to like showing us the up version in the trailers. Maybe they're saving the combo hype for later. Next we see one of her also interesting specials. I'm assuming this is her special and not just her armor attack, just because it seems a lot more elaborate than the other armor attacks we've seen. So she does this kind of uppercut with her sword where she just launches herself into the air. It seems like it's obviously supposed to be an anti-air because she has armor and it hits upwards and diagonally into the air. So basically, if your opponent jumps at you, you can do this move, and if they do an attack, you'll armor through it, and if they jump, you'll hit them. So it works either way. If they jump and try to do something, you just go straight through them and hit them with this. So good anti-air character, it seems. And it seems to have these follow-ups, and I believe she was going to cancel into her homing dash there to chase up for extra hits in her combo, because that's something we've seen you're able to do. You can spend a bar of meter to cancel your attacks into a homing dash to extend your combos. But yeah, that whole special, that whole array of moves, seems like they're all just one thing until she goes to charge at the end. Next we see her air attack, where she just very similar to Tanjiro, just launches herself down and then does some attacks. And then for some reason we see another clash. Oh, wait, no. This is important because this is what makes me believe that it's really her homing dash. Because you can see she has the bright flash of light, and Giyu has the bright flash of light, and they both run in at each other. And she has the same animation as she had when she did that sidesteppy thing, which makes me believe they're trying to tell us that this is her homing dash. Next she has this other interesting special, which is kind of a slow startup because she does this weird twirl spin thing, and then just launches herself and stabs Giyu, just charges at him, sword first. So she does a little twirl, spins around, and then bam, hits him. And I believe this is the same move again. This could either be her grab, or I think I've looked at it pretty slowly and it looks like it's the same animation. The second hit here, it has a slightly different hit stun, but maybe that you get different particle effects, whether it's a counter hit or not. But you can see that she charges at them with a sword, and maybe she just gets this extra animation for being in her awakened state, is what I would presume is this animation. Either that or a grab. It's kind of hard to tell, because I didn't show you the little grab swirly particle effects. So I'm gonna I'm under the impression that this is just an extra animation that she gets from this stab attack when she's in her awakened state. There's a sidestep, and here's another interesting anti-air attack. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be another one of her special moves. So she has that twirl, like the twirl into the charge stab, and the armored anti-air. And I believe this is going to be her third special move, where she does these like rapid stabs into the air when she's on the ground, which will also act like a good anti-air, or also a good combo tool, it seems, like having the rapid strikes into the air, to extend your combos. But it could also be a really good anti-air, because she does so many of them, the opponent might accidentally like jump up and land in her stabby stabs. So interesting move there. And I believe this is going to be the same move in the air. So I believe it's like the same special move, but when she's in the air, she does it kind of downwards and just like hits the opponent. So yeah, maybe a really good move for extending combos. Like you do a few regular attack slashes into this, and then it seems like it's part of the same move where she launches herself and you to the ground in this like lower thing, and then she cancels it into the uppercut again. And as you can see, with the character like Kocho, you would expect as like, the poison like bug Hashira lady, that some of her attacks have a poison effect as Gyu goes purple here, so I imagine that'll just be some damage over time stuff. And then we see that stab again that I believe is one of her specials, like after she does the twirl and does the charge, then she goes into her ultimate, which has a really interesting startup, and honestly I have no clue what that bright blue effect is. Like, it's not really a parry because she goes and hits him anyways, but it's also that weird bright blue that Gyu has, so maybe the bright blue is a parry and an attack, so it'll hit either way, but it'll also work as a parry. I have no idea, but her ultimate looks pretty cool. I love all the butterfly effects, but yeah, still not entirely sure what that fully light blue aura is, but yeah, anyways, Kocho seems like an interesting character. She's got a lot of unusual things compared to other characters, and a lot of her attacks, seem nice and flowy, and I think she'll have a moveset that kind of really like meshes together well with all of her like anti-air and combo moves. But yeah, we'll just have to wait till we see a little bit more of her, because it's hard to tell what to what exactly. But yeah, thanks for watching all the way through this video. I hope I see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
虫の呼吸蝶の舞戯れ鬼滅の刃日の神血